Welcome friends, it is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for the vlog. And of course this is recorded on Saturday morning, so it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. There is a Valentine's Day speech in the second half of this video's audio, and stick around for that. It is probably going to be me at my most vulnerable, but it is a bit of a mismatch of things because it is me. So, listen to that. Listen to that, okay? So just check that out. Now, let's talk about some things. Talking about Smite, because Smite's always the first thing we talk about. Oh, also in the background is Hell Omnipotent. And, hell of a game. I freaking love Hell when you can spam her abilities, because that's what I did with her back in the day in beta. Machine Gun Hell is my favorite Hell, and you get to be that, and I am spamming like crazy. I am cray. Just cray in this game. And it's just so much fun. Now, talking about Smite, a little bit of schedule goes. Because of midterms, we worked ahead on Smite, so it's not going to be any Season 2 stuff until a week after this week, because we just had to work ahead. Jinx had midterms, and now I got my midterms, and I got to get through that before I do more Smite content, so we worked ahead quite a bit. I'm studying the balls out of my stuff. I'm overstudying, I'm studying again and again. I do a lot of studying, that's what I do, and that's why I get 100%. Now, that might have came off a bit aggressive there, but I'm Asian, so I'm required to get 100%, so I study too damn much. Okay, so Smite, Season 2. Season 2 is curious. If you saw the patch video, hate the UI. Don't like the UI, it's really odd, it's very... They took a lot of steps backwards, and this is what Hi-Rez does, which is very weird. They do 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. That's what they do all the time. It is what they've been known for years for me. Is they make progress, but they also make not progress. And so I hate the UI. As I already made my statement about chess, we will no longer purchase them unless a viewer specifically asks us to purchase them using gems that they provided. That has happened in the past, and I'm not going to say no to that. Whatever viewers want, I kind of do, unless it's they want me to eat a banana with the peel still on. That is disgusting. No, not doing that. Not cool. Now, as far as Season 2 goes, I won't be able to play too much Season 2 until after midterms because I'm going to be focused a lot on just building and stuff, and I want to have my full brain capacity on that. Friday's stream was a show of what it's going to be like so far. I played Agni, and I did alright with Agni. I experimented with build a little bit. Actually, I didn't experiment too much, but I was looking at other builds. Agni, I feel, is not really touched by Season 2. Like, the items don't really affect him all that much. Neither is, like, mid, for the most part, is not affected. I think dual lane's the most affected, and solo and jungle a bit, but mid is probably the least affected by Season 2. So, Agni was pretty straightforward, but I just played him how I felt to play him, and I did alright. I did alright in that game, and you'll see that Season 2 game coming up. It's going to be the first Season 2 game, is going to be Agni. I'm going to go down the alphabetical order. I'm going to try to make a build at the start of each video for Conquest for Season 2, and say, here's what I'm going to build. I could be right, I could be wrong. I'm experimenting here because it's a new season. So, put what you think, but be constructive. Say what you think would be a good build as well, and stuff like that. So, we're going to see games like that coming out of me for the next couple months. Exploration of builds, which is what we did when we first started. And I think that's a good thing to do. Just bring in my knowledge of the game into these builds and see what I think could work. See what does work and what doesn't work. I will succeed, I will fail. What's important, though, is learning from both. That's what's important, and we'll see how that goes going forward. But the Agni game, for the most part, is just learning how to aim my stuff, and just being better at just... It's more fundamentals of Agni that I need to work on, more so, I think, than anything else with him. But still, it's a pretty good game, for the most part. I also have an arena game, which I'm debating if I want to use it or not. We'll probably use it. I did alright in that game. It was pretty silly. It's always going to be entertaining with that stuff. There's this balancing act for me, that is being educational, but also being entertaining. And I think I'm getting better at it this week, more so than ever, so that's good. I'm making good improvements there. Part of that has to do, of course, with, I'll admit to this, I've been hanging out with Mez a lot, and he's just a really fun guy, and he's very entertaining, and he brings up the energy of everyone around him. Since I've been hanging out with Mez so damn much, I've been pretty re-energized and enthusiastic about how I want to entertain the crowd, I feel. And so I was pretty entertaining on Friday's stream, I feel. And so I'm going to try to be more like that going forward. We know I get overcritical sometimes, and I still was critical when we did the arena game. But that's because I want to help you guys improve, so I had to be critical there. But it's a balancing act of being entertaining, but also being critical. But the one important thing is I cannot get ragey again or too salty. I can get funny salty if I do it right, but I need to not get rage salty, which does happen, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Another thing to talk about Season 2 is what the hell. Okay, so there is a bug where you could bring in a non-level 30 with you in Duo League. That's not good. So I think they fixed that, or they're still fixing it. I don't remember right now. Actually, someone was talking about trying to do it, so I think they haven't fixed it yet. The other problem is Matchmaker is being really weird. Every single game I had non-level 30s. It was very odd to have non-level 30s on the team, so we saw some really bad play out of those people. Like, I had a level 21 on my team, and the game wasn't going too well at the start, and then he just left. He quit at the start of the match. He's like, okay, well, we lost this one. The next game was level 24 on the other team, and they got rocked. Level 30 doesn't really tell you how much someone's played, of course, because I played for 2 years. So someone who's played for 1 month and is level 30, there's a big difference in skill right there. Very big difference. And so when you have like a level 21, like they should not be matched with 30s. They can't be. They shouldn't be. But also, that's why there is an MMR, because all these level 30s, different skill ranges, when they meet each other. And so I hope not to run into too many new 30s or low levels, because it's very odd for me to run into them. And it's its own version of Elo Hell, I suppose, if I am in that MMR where they're giving me people who aren't level 30, or is Matchmaker just broken? That's the thing I'm not sure about. I'm really unsure about it. Like, if Matchmaker is broken, okay, fine, they need to fix that. If Matchmaker is matching me because of MMR with level 21s and level 24s, there's something wrong, because I'm beyond that skill set. So, that is something to worry about. Am I just stuck in an Elo Hell? Because I have lost quite a few games in Conquest. You see me carry like a master, and then you see me fail like a not master. Oh, man. There's only so much I can carry. Junglers cannot win the game for you. It has to be the ADC. It has to be more so the ADC than anyone else is the one that takes it out. But the support has to help the ADC do it. Jungler can hurt towers. Jungler can push. But if they're not Loki or Baka, it's not as easy. It really is not. And especially if they have a beat on you. If they're paying attention to backdoors, it's really hard. Unless you're Loki or Baka. It's just hard to win when you're the jungler and you just cause so much trouble for the other team. But it's just not enough. It's really unfortunate and annoying. And you're going to see that. You're going to see that with the Fenrir game. Oh god, you're gonna see that with the Fenrir game. Oh god, oh. That's gonna be something. Anything else Smite related? No Smite Tuesday, midterm Tuesday, so I might play Smite early in the morning Tuesday to get some of the jitters out. I might, but I will not guarantee that I will. I'm gonna leave early on Tuesday so that I can, have some calm time before the midterm, and then destroy the crap out of that midterm. What's important is to always be confident, but also be cautious. To not have hubris in doing things when it comes to tests. Now, I am a bit hubristic in Smite, but I think it's very entertaining when I have hubris because it gets me killed. It's not very professional, but it does bring fun and schadenfreude when there is pride before a fall. So my hubris in Smite is pretty entertaining, I feel. So there you go with that. Also, I'm just hubristic in a lot of other games because it's a thing I do where I feel like it is more fun when someone gets ahead of themselves and they get taken down. It's pretty funny in my opinion, so I'm fine doing that to myself for others. It's pretty entertaining. That's enough. I think that's enough with Smite. Oh, big announcement. Midterms are over next week, so you know what? Next big giveaway next Saturday. Let's do it. 12 noon, another big giveaway there. We'll do 400 gems. I got another Alien Raw skin. I need to get in contact with Delta Couch. They said they had an Almighty Zeus skin. They said they sent it to me, but it's not in my inbox. So if you hear this, Delta Couch, get back to me on that. But we'll at least have the 400 gems and the Alienware Raw, which are both pretty good to get, of course. So we'll have those for sure. If we have anything else, we'll see. So it should be a lot of fun to play that next Saturday. Talk about Evolve. Evolve is fun as hell. Do not like the DLC store. Really, really don't like the DLC store at all. A lot of people complaining about that. I was thinking about doing a soapbox video on it, but then just with the giant uproar about it, it's like, okay, I don't have to then. Like, if it wasn't mentioned as much, we were going to do a video and just throw that out there and go, look, this is not cool. But since so many people are... That's basically the biggest criticism of the game is that. The store, the DLC practice, more so than the game itself. Some people are complaining about the game itself, of course. Some people feel the monster's too weak, some people the hunter's too weak. Some people feel like the game's just too samey. And for me, I've played the game for 60, maybe even 70 hours at this point, and I see everyone's arguments. But because I played it so much, I understand why they see those arguments. I understand just how good the game can be. And the problem is it's a bit rare when the game really is good. When you have even skill set, when you have the monster on par with the hunters and both sides are doing really well, you have a satisfying win or loss. You usually get frustrating losses more than anything. And there are frustrating wins when you chase a wraith for 15 minutes and you kill it the last 2 minutes. It's a very frustrating win, it really is. But it is a very fun game. And I've been playing with Mez too much, but it's just too fun playing with Mez. He's a fun guy to play with. And we've been enjoying it a lot, and it's just a fun game. So, gonna be playing that for quite a bit. And February just has too many games I want to play. Evolve's out, Monster Hunter is coming, or it's out, I don't remember right now. I'm gonna buy that later, because I gotta pace myself. Sunless Sea was a surprise for February. I didn't see that one coming. There's some other games coming out in February that I really, really want to get, and February has like just 10, 12 games that I really want, and I'm going to play as many as I can of them. And it's just a fun and crazy month, but of course I got midterms right now, and then finals are in March, so I got to make sure I'm okay for all of that. I think that's a lot of the channel. Oh, Jazzpunk is done. Jazzpunk is amazing. If you have not watched Jazzpunk, you are hurting yourself right there. That is one of the best things ever, and if you want an example of how great it is, watch Jinx highlights of the week when it comes out. It is so good. Jinx is really good at the highlights. It's very, very entertaining. Oh, and Jinx already showed me some of the things from Smite next week, and oh my god. Monday's Smite has probably one of the best jokes. Oh my god, I'm putting the pressure on. It is so good. So good. I cannot wait. Yeah, let's see. Yesterday, played Left 4 Dead 2 with Mez and some other people. Clumsy Blonde, Xander the Gamer, and eventually Mana. It was very entertaining. It was a lot of fun. And I just had a blast with that. It was really fun doing that. One thing, though, critique on me. Mez put me on the spot because I said I can do some voices. He's like, well, let's hear one. He's like, and I got shy. That's not good. What's important about entertainment is to be fearless. You must be fearless when you entertain, and I got shy. Because he has 100 people watching him, I only got like 10 people watching me. So I got shy. And that's not good. Something to improve on is that. Definitely something to improve on is being shy about doing my voices to a bigger crowd. And I just need to get better at it. Anyway, I need a lot of practice to get better at my voices. I only have a couple, and they're okay. The one that I'm really good at, we know, is, well, you can say Fenrir, but Fenrir, I'm proud of Fenrir. Here's Fenrir. It's like,
Hi, I'm Fenrir.
Oh, I'm out of breath right now.
You know what I like? Tacos. It's amazing how many I can fit in my mouth. So delicious. I like the green salsa.
Fenrir liking tacos. There you go. And then, of course, we got this Tuska guy. Welcome to this Tuska! How's it going, everybody? Hey. I might be a little drunk, but I'll be honest, it is on rubbing alcohol. It is not a good taste, and I think I have poisoned myself. But what is important is, I think I'm about to hit the floor. Oh dear, good night. Those are the only two good ones I'm kind of really good with. And then I have a bunch of voices I've been experimenting with, and they're okay. They're random, and they need a lot of work, because I always crack into regular voice at it. Then there's, of course, going full day, which is just me talking normal, so there's that. So Jinx has dubbed me going crazy as going full day, and I guess so. I guess, yeah, with that. But I really need to work on my voices, and I would like to have a good repertoire. And because I see Mez, and he has so many, I go, damn, that is so good. I mean, I should really do better, because I see what someone who's really good at it can do. That means I gotta do better. I see what it looks like, so that means I should try to do that. Of course, my voices are different because my voices are invented. His voices are based off things, and he's so good at replication. Mez is so good at replication of voices. It's amazing. And I do creation of voices, and I try. When I try to do replication, I'm not so good at it. His Morgan Freeman is amazing, but it sounds so much like Frank's Morgan Freeman than anything else. It's still pretty good. He does Peter Griffin. He just does so many good voices. It's pretty impressive. And I'm always in awe of his skill at that. So I gotta do better. And if I'm gonna create voices, I gotta make them good and smooth and work them out very well and just do them right. But yeah. Guys, I just gotta improve my voices, and that's what I'm gonna do. One thing important, very important, and it's something Jinx has said for like ever. And Mez said it yesterday. I'm like, okay, yeah, everyone's right. Everyone's right, and it's true. And is when you're having fun, everyone else is having fun, and that improves your viewership. Because Mez is like, we should just play more together. Because if you're worried about your viewership, it'll go up. Because when you're having fun, people come in. And Jinx has been saying that forever, and Jinx is right, and she's gonna be very happy I said that. But yeah, she's right. Everyone knows that though. When you're having a lot of fun, you're being very entertaining, and everyone comes in to watch that. So when I rage, I am hurting myself a lot when I rage. There's people enjoy watching rage, like Angry Joe is so much fun to watch rage, but his rage is very angry and there's a lot of fury to it, but it's not like this bad rage. Like, it's a good rage that he does, and I do bad rage, and bad rage is no good. So I just gotta improve. I just gotta do better, and I know I got potential here and there. Like, I do good jokes once in a while, and it's just working on doing it more often. And you just gotta work on also by just trying to be funny and being funny and being funnier than that, and just working on it and planning your craft and stuff like that. Comedians are naturally funny, but they're always working on it. Like, all the greats work on their jokes a lot. Like, if you see them, like, I've seen some comedians I just watched them do the same routine for 5 days. Like, if you go to, like, a comedy club will usually have a comedian for 5 days, or maybe even 6. And I have, before, had the luck of having tickets to just see that same comedy show 6 days in a row. And you see the difference between the first day and the 6th day. You see them, they're making their jokes, they're working the crowd, and then you see the adjustments the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You see them adjusting to it. And because they're adjusting to their location. And they're very good chameleons at that, and it's very good comedy work there. And that's something impressive that I like to try to do, is just be funny, and then see how I can improve that humor and do better on that. Now, I'm getting a bit long here, especially because the speech is like 20 minutes itself, so I better stop already. Always a lot to talk about. Giveaway next week. I'll try to remember to do an announcement video today or tomorrow for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to study a lot, probably play some more games. We're going to hang out with Mo some more. He's just too fun not to hang out with. Sunless Sea, check out that video. Sunless Sea is very interesting, and I like Jinx's analogy to Sunless Sea. And I think she mentions it in there. She does mention there she can always yellow box it here. But happy Valentine's Day, and check out the speech. It's going to be a curious speech, but just listen to it and see what you think a little bit. And you're going to know a little bit too much about me, I think, with that one. No, not a lot. You're just going to know my mindset on things a little bit. Honestly, it's not, okay, it's personal, but not that personal, I think. Yeah, there we go. So the speech comes up next, so don't miss that. Hell's still going on in the background, I believe. I don't remember how long that match was, honestly. I think it was long enough. Pretty sure it was long enough. But yeah, channel's looking pretty good right now. I'll start working on guides after midterms. But channel's looking pretty good. Twitch is looking pretty good. Both can, of course, be better. Like, we're always working to be better at both. And I know the potential's there, and I know we will do better at them. And we will do that. So, thank you, everyone, for listening to the vlog and being there with us. I enjoy entertaining y'all. I hope y'all just always get entertained for years and years to come. Because that's really the goal, is to always be a place for laughs and enjoyment. And that'd be great. And I probably have also an outro in the speech, I forget. But I did the speech earlier. But if I didn't say it in there, thank you everyone for being around. Thank you for being viewers. Thank you for everything that you say and do. Thank you a lot. Same thing goes for Jinx. Thank you to everything she does. She's amazing. And should never forget that. So there we go. Thank you, me, for whatever reasons. And there we go. That right there is this part of the vlog. Keep watching for the rest of it, because there is a bit more. And keep warm, everybody. Keep warm. Hello, everyone. I wanted to record this separately, so I'm not just going off after my thoughts from the patch and Evolve and everything else I probably talked about prior to this segment. I wanted to just have all my focus on Valentine's and to have a speech about that. And this is coming from someone who has experienced love to a heavy degree, who's experienced Valentine's pre-love, during love, and post-love, so that you'll have my perspective on it, and you can relate a little bit, I'm sure, in some ways to this. I just want to talk about Valentine's Day, because I just really want to talk about it. Pre-love, of course, as a teenager, like, I wasn't really effective with the ladies until college, but high school and such, seeing other people with boyfriends and girlfriends, some jealousy to that, and just a lot of loneliness. Definitely a lot of loneliness to not having someone to love. In college, I got a little more effective at it, and Valentine's, when you have a lady friend, is a lot more fun. Definitely a lot of fun. A heck of a lot of fun. And I'm a romantic. I'm definitely romantic, and the way I do things for Valentine's is I make things, and I spend hours, days, even weeks making something really special to show how much I love that person. For me, time is the greatest commodity, and using your time and your effort to make something is the greatest show of your love. And I did that many times, and I experienced a very great Valentine's for a couple years. And then now this would be my second Valentine's after losing the woman I loved very much, a woman who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. Unfortunately, that is not in the cards at the moment. Valentine's post losing love hurts like a bitch because I miss her a lot. I miss her a hell of a lot. And so it hurts. So for those of you who haven't experienced loving and have Valentine's, I was there with you. I know how it feels, and and it sucks to have that feeling. And but you don't have to envy people in relationships, and you don't have to hate people who are in relationships. And of course, I know how it feels when you're in a relationship, how great it is, and all that stuff. And when I never really showed anyone what I was doing for Valentine's because I never wanted to make my single acquaintances and friends and all that. No, not be too happy that I have Valentine's. But now, post Valentine's, I don't hate everyone who has a relationship. I'm happy for them. I just miss what I had, and I really miss it a lot. I miss her a lot. And for some that is pathetic, and for others that is, that's how it is. I still hope to find her again someday in my lifetime. I don't know. The future is you never know. Let's talk about that a minute. Just talk about that a minute. Just for a quick aside so I can get that out. Some of you know, some of you don't. I love this woman very much, but the economic part of things was not working out. Some of you know, I had a very abusive boss who chewed me up and just threw me away when I was no longer useful. And they got me blacklisted pretty much from getting any more jobs in my field. I could no longer become a neuroscientist because of this bastard of a boss I had. So there was a very rough patch of trying to get a goddamn job, and I couldn't get anything. Very rough. And that the trial of that was working down the relationship, among other things. But that was the one that was really, really wrecking it. And I believed in me, although it was hard, but she was starting to not believe in me anymore. And when it got really down to it, and it looked like she was going to leave, I didn't want to live anymore. And I almost ended it all. You do not know how close it was. It's literally maybe as close as you can get to an ending. It's razor's edge, literally razor's edge, to how close I was. But I stopped at the final moment and didn't do it because I realized I should not do it. I couldn't do it. And then the fallout after that was just, it was so much hell. Jinx was upset. She was upset. Family, when they eventually found out, was upset. Everyone was upset because, of course, suicide is not, it really hurts everyone around you. So after she finally gave up on me and left me, it was devastating. And trying to deal with that really was painful. But I could not, of course, end it all because I swore I wouldn't. But it just hurt having to just deal with that loss. And even now, after a year plus, I still remember her voice and what she looks like and everything. I remember too much. It hurts like a bitch. And I really, really, part of me wishes I could find her again. But I'm not in any position to prove I am the man I know I am and the man that she knew I was till everything went to hell. It's very unfortunate. Because I know I'm better than I've been able to put out. And depression has been there, and it has definitely had an effect on my performance in front of you guys and gals, and I try not to show it too much, but it's there, and it's unfortunate. And my prescription for my depression has been rage. I use unadulterated rage to fight through my depression, and it's worked fine for me, sort of. except for my professionalism with things when the rage is not the answer, but rage is what I know. And so I got to work on whittling that down and working on that. My motivation to do things as myself is that I want to prove I am as great as I know I can be. But I know part of the motivation as well was to prove that I was worthy of her, that she should not have left me. And I don't know if that's pathetic or not. I'm not sure at all. I really don't know if the fact that I wish I could have her again is pathetic, if I wish I could win her back is pathetic or not. She gave up on me. She gave up on the dream that we had. And I just don't know. Like, I wish I could see her again, and there'd be some anger in that. Why the hell did you give up? Because I am everything that we know I can be. And I will prove that soon enough. And I guess as part of this vlog is therapy for me, just saying I will prove it soon enough. And I will pave the way to the future that I know is possible. And that's in the professional scope. Of course, with the channel, it's still a long way to get there, but I know damn well as long as we work hard and keep pushing, we will become the best damn channel we can be. I will prove to myself, to her, to the world, to everything in existence that I am as great as I know I can be. It's going to take time, but I know time is all I need to figure things out and do what needs to be done. Doesn't matter. I know I can do it. But coming back to Valentine's Day, away from my aside about things. Prior to my heart breaking a little bit, I believed in love a lot, not just in this way, and I should come back to this, and that is, there is more than just the love of that. There's more than just that love. There's more than just love of a person who is you want to spend your life with, or in one type of person you want to spend your life with. There is love of family, love of friendship, love of just humanity itself, love of so many things. Love, in my opinion, is the most powerful emotion that exists, and it is one that is very difficult to express at times, but is probably the one that needs to be expressed more than any other. Love doesn't have to be just this powerful thing. It can also be mild. It can be so many other things. Just love of your fellow human beings. Love itself is more than anything that can be defined, I suppose. And that, I think, is more important. Deep down, love is probably the greatest motivation, I feel. I love being alive. I love doing this channel. I love my family. I regret how upset they got when they found out I nearly ended it. But I love my family. Sometimes I fight with them, but I love my family. I love Jinx very much. She is my best friend. I cannot imagine this world without her. She is very important to me. She's my best friend. I still love the woman that has left me, and I always will, but I cannot let that pain stop me from doing what needs to be done, of course. And it's this back and forth of, if I can do it without her, does that detract from what I was able to do when I had her? And that's a weird thought. What's important is just doing well. If I can't do well without her, then I don't know. I miss having her as a motivation. I love my viewers. I love my viewers very much. I am hard on you guys sometimes, and gals. And I can be coarse sometimes. But deep down, I truly love entertaining you all and helping you all get better at the whatever games. Or just, again, entertaining you all. And at some point, I will talk about health things, probably, like Alzheimer's or osteoporosis, or I know a lot of medical stuff that I should mention every once in a while to help y'all be healthier, just as a side and a minor thing. I love being alive. I love existing. I love the time I am in. Games are awesome. Like, just the media is awesome. Like, games are awesome. Movies are pretty great right now. TV is awesome. Books are great. I love reading things. Comics are awesome. Music is... everything is awesome. I love being alive. I'm glad I didn't end it all. And it's hard to turn the other cheek when someone's being a jerk to you or in toxicity, but overall, I do love humanity. Even though we can be very nasty and it's hard to forgive, I do. I do love everything. I love life. I just love. I love so much, and I need to share that more. It's been a while since I was the person that I was before, that just expressed love freely towards other people, kindness, caring, charity, just all these things that apparently start with K and C. I haven't really expressed that as much as I used to, and I feel like I need to express that again and more clearly and better, and show better patience and better understanding. And it's not easy to do, and I will fumble and make mistakes, but I feel like that is very important to do. Like I said, love is the most important, most powerful thing there is, and it can be a powerful motivator. It's just very difficult to pull off because we think, for males, it's viewed as a weakness to love, on what a man should be. And the truth of the matter is, the real men are the ones who are able to be strong and show their feelings and not hide it, I suppose. If I worded that at all correctly. I'm not calling you not a man if you hide your emotions. I'm just saying you can be a man as well when you show your emotions. You can still be a man and show love for another human being. Because there are those who feel being a Stoneheart is the only way a man is meant to be. And no, being a Stoneheart is not the only way towards strength either. Love can be just as strong, probably more difficult, a measure of strength than, well, showing strength, if I worded that at all correctly. So, to wrap this up, Valentine's Day for some is quite lonely. But you know what? You have friends. You don't have to spend Valentine's alone, and plenty of people are not spending Valentine's alone. They'll be hanging out with buddies instead of a girlfriend or boyfriend because they don't have one. And those of you who are a couple, hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Hope you have a great one. And not just Valentine's Day, but any day before and after Valentine's Day. Any day is a good occasion for love and happiness and all that stuff. And those of you like me who have lost love, and I know how much it hurts, you know how much it hurts, there's always a chance of something else, of course. You cannot replace what you've lost. Like, I miss her, and I hope to find her again. Now, if I don't find her again, I find someone else, part of me, of course, feels like that's detracting from the love for her, but I suppose that's part of what life is. But of course, part of me wishes I find her again. But you have to keep going, I suppose. I spent too long letting the loss hold me back, even though maybe it's not noticeable. But I've definitely let the loss hold me back, and we can't let that happen. We cannot let loss hold us back. We can't. Those of us who have lost it, we can't do that. We have to keep going and trying. Maybe not for them, but of course for ourselves, but we can't just be dead from that. Of course, some people had terrible breakups, some people had maybe things just didn't work out, who knows, but there's different degrees of how breakups happen. But we can't just let it eat us alive like I've let it eat me alive for the last year and so. We can do better, and we should do better. At the end of the day, I love you guys and gals, and I love what we're doing. I love everything. Love, just love, so much love. And that should be it for the vlog, right there. I just wanted to share these thoughts on Valentine's, and went way longer than I planned for it to be, but there it is. There is my Valentine's speech. We'll see what I think next year about Valentine's, but this year I'm going into it with hope and the belief that, I can do great things, so I will. So there's the vlog right there. Midterms coming up, so I better do well in that. If I fail in my midterms, I'm gonna probably be depressed, but being me, I probably won't. I probably will ace them, or at least get a B or a C. But I'd rather get an A because I'm Asian. But also because I just want to be the best around, of course. But that's it. That's the vlog right there. Those of you who are down, you're not alone. And there's always time and chances to find something. Those of you who are with somebody, good for you. Those of you who've lost somebody, again, there's always time and chances to find someone. At least that is my hope, and that is what I believe. So there's the vlog right there. Thank you to everyone for watching and listening. And thank you to Jinx for all of her hard work and being my best friend for so long. Thank you to her. And thank you to me for not falling apart completely during this speech. Well, it cracked a little bit. But thank you to myself for keeping it together for this. And doing the hard work that I do and not giving up. And never, ever giving up. And proving that we will be the greatest we can be, and beyond that, because we're totally beating PewDiePie. No, we're not. we're gonna try. Better to aim high than aim low, right? May as well. Well, there you go. That right there is the vlog. I had fun for watching. And that's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time. And I love y'all. Remember that. I do. Keep warm.
Retreat out of order! The hunt is on! Let's end this! Okay. I said we want this run! My bow will be my guide! Speed like ice! Cannot run my bow. Cannot escape. You won't fight it. Killing spree.